Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode. And we're in the gold farm, we're chilling, we're getting that gold. Oh wait, no we're not, hold on. Got to turn this on. So we out here, we in the gold farm, we're trying to get some of this gold. We had all the shulker boxes and stuff ready to collect all that gold. I actually did a lot of AFKing last night for about like, well it wasn't a lot, it was like an hour or half an hour. So I've decided what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of this scenario for now. Right now, I'm gonna go take care of one other quick project before we get started on the full episode. So I just need to go make some adjustments. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do, and we'll be back from there. But before we go check that out, let's go and check how much stuff we got from this little AFK session. I don't think it was a lot. We may have gotten a shulker box of nuggets if we're lucky. But yeah, let's go have a look and see what we got from it. Oh wow, not even one. So I just jumped down here to see how much gold we had. I went in to check the shulker box and I was like, oh, you know I only did like half an hour worth of AFKing, but surely we should have had a little bit more than that, right? Well, it turns out we did. And I just checked the wrong shulker box, or sorry, the wrong storage box. I forgot we also put one right here. So far we've got 2 boxes of nuggets and 0 of the ingots, which is kind of expected at this point because an entire shulker box of ingots is quite a lot. So I don't think we're gonna have to worry too much about that for now. I did, however, just realized that we have got swords coming through, and the sorting system and making sure nothing else came through here, it seems to be working perfectly, but I don't have any fuel. So obviously at this point I'm thinking, what am I going to do for fuel? We spoke about this last time. We mentioned sticks, and that's exactly what we're going to go with, but I don't have that many of the sticks to kind of go with, and I don't really like the state of the witch farm storage right now. So I think the best thing to do is to sort out witch farm storage first. And I'm thinking, obviously, you know, this whole thing's been shulker boxes so far. This thing behind me, shulker boxes. The shulker boxes in my main storage area. It's shulker boxes everywhere. So guess what we're going to go for on the witch farm? That's right, shulker boxes. Big surprise, huh? Well, you're right. We're going shulker boxes again. I'm sorry, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I actually think shulker box storage is so much more interesting than just normal storage, especially when I'm able to kind of dress it up a little bit and make it look cool. So in my thoughts, I was thinking this all looks pretty good, and we're gonna implement something similar to this. Not exactly the same. It's gonna be a little bit different. I think I have a plan in mind, but we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, yes, we are definitely going to put the shulker box storage right in the witch farm. Before we get going over to the witch farm though, we do need to make sure we sort all our inventory out. We're going to need all these shulker boxes and everything inside of them. So we're going to need to make sure we've emptied up all of our inventory and we've got space for all these shulker boxes, either in our inventory or inside the ender chest. And just like that, the place is nice and clean. Everything's looking real good. I've removed all the boxes from the side over here. So the double chest that was sitting here is now gone. I put the zombie pigman head right there. And the ghast head is right here. So I've got nice easy access. I always get a nice look at him before I jump into my gold farm. Always reminds me that these guys are around somewhere ready to kill you. I've placed all the shulker boxes nicely into my ender chest, which means everything is organized and ready to go, which means we can now go and start having a look at the witch farm. Whoa, almost thought I died there. So if this is your first time checking out the witch farm, welcome. This is only obviously one side of the witch farm. It is a portal-based farm, which means all the witches will come through the portal and then they land on top of the hoppers over here. The hoppers then spread out all the items between the 2 collection systems, and in this case, you've got exactly the same thing on both sides. The reason why I ended up doing this was because I didn't have enough glass or building blocks to restrict their fall and have them in a more concentrated area at the time. So I decided just to leave it with a bunch more open space and just split the items up into 2 separate categories, or two separate sorting systems. I've now obviously got enough of everything. I don't think I'm ever going to be short of any item ever again. So I've decided we're going to go the shulker route, obviously, and we're going to combine the whole thing into one smaller module behind me. I'm actually, again, going to put a glass tube they can all come down from. and that way I can make sure they all go into one centralized location, and it should look a lot better. So obviously you guys will be the deciders of whether it looks good or not. I've got an idea for maybe a plan that I want to do, but you know, plans don't always work out, so we'll kind of see how that goes. Another good thing we're going to do is, for example, I'm going to have a certain amount of sugar that I'm going to want. After I have that much sugar, I don't want it to start collecting that item anymore. I don't want it blocking up any of the hoppers and messing anything up. So what I'm going to end up doing is eventually having, after this specific item filter is full of all the items that it needs and it has no more boxes to put it into, it's going to end up destroying all the items in a exit somewhere. It's going to look similar to this, but it's actually going to have like a destruction thing, so you don't have to worry about any of that. Okay, so I was definitely right when I said I was running out of sticks. As for other stuff, I've got a fair amount of stuff like gunpowder. I've got loads of glowstone still, which I don't know what to do with. I'm going to go ahead and destroy all of this storage right now, and we're going to start doing the rework. There is also a little cat around here somewhere that I want to capture and bring over. I want to bring her over to the witch farm, and that's going to be her new home. I don't know where she is though. It is a black cat as well, which is kind of annoying because you can't see them on the top of the roof of the nether. Well, not on my one at least, because I have a resource pack that kind of changes the bedrock to black. So this isn't going to be easy. It used to be somewhere in this little area over here, and now I can't seem to find it anywhere, and I'm kind of upset because I was always thinking I should like leash it up or name tag it or just bring it somewhere else. And now I can't find it, and I'm sad. And I've run out of rockets at this point too, so I'm going to have to either pack it in. Well, I don't have to pack it in. I could just get some more rockets. Oh, there she is! She's there! G'day! Alright, I need to set this up properly. So finally the leash has come in handy. And we're going to see if we can leash it up. I don't think we can, actually. I don't know if you can leash up cats. Ooh, she's running fast. Apparently you can't leash them, which was... I thought it would be fine. We're going to need to lure her over with some fish, which means I'm going to have to do some taming. I don't have fish on me. Who keeps fish on them? Not me. Okay, we'll put the leashes back. I thought they were going to finally come in useful, but obviously not. We're getting that fish today. I'm telling you, we're going to try and get that. Well, we're going to try and get the fish. See, I'm trying to be more organized now because my hotbar and everything is always usually such a mess. Oh, I know what we can do. If we go through here, we should get a bunch of salmon at least. And we're going to go salmon hunting, I guess. I think you can use salmon. I think it's all the same. I think you just need a type of fish. Come here, please. Oh, look, there's a bunch of them. Bro, go away. Why are you so clingy? Come on, I told you, we can't be friends. Maybe if I just hold the salmon in my hand, she might, like, smell it and then come over. I found her. Him. It, I don't know. One of them. It's here. Hey, I got fish for you. You don't like salmon? What's going on? Thought you like salmon. Wait, hold on. Why can't I get salmon? You don't want salmon? I did it. He's tamed. It's mine now. Either way, it's mine. I thought you couldn't tame them. I tried for a couple minutes, and she kept running away, and then for some reason ended up walking over to me. So great, now we've got ourselves a witch cat. It feels like it's only right to give her a name, so we're gonna have to definitely come up with a little something for her. I'm gonna go ahead and assign it a her. Hope no one has a problem with that. But we do have a name tag in here. I was worried that I wouldn't have any. How many have we got? Ooh, we're not gonna call her a schmuck. That was for the zombie piglins. Let's see if I have... Where's my iron box? Iron box. There we are. So we'll go ahead and put that down. Get an anvil going. Maybe we can just leave an anvil here somewhere. Let's leave one here. We're gonna name her... We're gonna name her Heidi. And the reason we're going for Heidi is because she is a black cat. And... Oops. I might have spelled it wrong. Nope, that's right. We're naming her Heidi because I have a roommate who also has a black cat, and her name is Heidi, and I like that name, so we're naming our cat Heidi too. Welcome to the club, Heidi. I used to have a cat before and it died. Don't ask me what happened. I swear I didn't do anything. It wasn't my fault. I think she ran away. I don't know what happened. Don't look at me like that. I'm sorry. I'm currently recording this episode whilst the Minecraft live stream or Minecraft live weekend thing is going live right now, and so I'm really excited to see what's happening with the update, and I might discuss it a little bit in the rest of this building video once I'm getting rid of all of this storage system here and I change everything up. Maybe we can have a little talk about some of the stuff that popped up in day one. I don't know if this is a multiple day event. I do know that today is Saturday at 5 p.m. in England, so it's going live right now. In fact, it's about to start in 2 minutes. So I'm going to actually get on with watching the rest of that, and I will see you on the other side. Maybe we have something to discuss. Alright, so I've just gathered like what should be enough of the glass to cover up the witch farm and to make the shoot chamber. It should be enough. If not, we can always get a bit more through trading. I just don't want to sit there trading all day and night. Again, you guys probably know it's very, very tedious. And unfortunately, I don't have any stores of glass. And I didn't even... I designed a super smelter and I never really built it in my own world, which is kind of pathetic. But it's a big project and one I want to leave for an entire episode so I can maybe go into a little bit more depth about it. But for now, I think we're going to stay away from that. But what I did want to do is just go ahead and get some dye. So... I want to turn all of this glass into purple glass, which I need purple dye for, obviously, which also requires red dye and blue dye, and I don't have any blue dye left, unfortunately. Kind of sucks. So I'm going to go ahead and head over to the flower farm. So I'm going to head over there and try and get a whole bunch of flowers just to keep in stock for now. I've got so much bone meal. The last time I went, I didn't really have any bone meal, but now I've got loads, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm also going to need a few shulker boxes for all of the dyes. So there's a new addition to our storage area, by the way. This is well, he's unnamed right now. So actually, if any of you guys have a name that you'd like to name it, let me know. I'm happy to name our new resident in our storage area, whatever one of you guys like. He's a little bit intrusive and kind of annoying because he keeps stepping on the pressure plates. It's like, dude, just stay in one place. Just hang out somewhere. But I'm leaving up to you guys to think of a name for me, so we're gonna make we're gonna make a little, you know, he's gonna be our mutual friend, so you guys can decide what you want to do with him. So I've just laid down all the boxes and I'm just going to start getting all this grinded down to bone meal, and we're going to start filling this up. So the harvest has ended, and has it been a successful one? Absolutely. Do I have enough blue? Probably yes, but we're gonna probably need some more of that, but we'll come back for that some other time. At the moment, I am good to go, and we're gonna get started on the transformation of the witch farm. Okay, so we've basically done the main part of what we need to do. The rest of this actually should be easy. So the one thing I'm going to need right now, just to get things started, is a bunch of shulker boxes. We're going to need to empty all of this stuff out and put it away, and then we're going to break this whole thing down. And then maybe... I do wonder, should I just do everything as a time-lapse? I mean, I'm getting too talky over here telling you through like how things work on this. I guess this is just a pretty simple shulker loader kind of situation. I'm just changing that. Maybe we'll come back for the design part when we, if and when we do decide that. I hope you enjoyed all the little cinematic shots from the replay mod. I always do enjoy using that as much as I can whenever I can. But I thought now that you've gotten a little bit of a breakdown, I know you didn't see too much of the build itself, so I'll go through that. And please go ahead and ignore the 743 levels I have in my experience bar. I will get to the details of why that is in a minute, but I thought first things first is witch farm. So let's go over the design choice first. So the idea was to choose the colors of a witch and then just kind of make something designed around that. So I ended up going with blue terracotta, and I went with lime terracotta too, because the witch does have a little bit of green, has some purple, and also some black on her hat. Speaking of hat, there is a 2D hat, kind of like behind the collection chamber. You can see it's a cool little hat with a nice little light on top. It doesn't look exactly like a Minecraft witch hat, but it looks, you know, you can kind of see where it's going with this, especially if you know what's going on here. Probably figure out. So the design was pretty much straightforward. We've just got barrels with all the shulker boxes going into it. So all of the collected items all go into here. So in this case, we've got some gunpowder and so on. I've labeled up all of the drops in the front. So I ended up putting the same thing on the back here as well, because ultimately when I come to this side, I always forget which drop is on on this side. So I thought, you know what, it's best to just label it up this way, and you know what, it looks nice from the back as well. I put a little bit of effort into the design. I think ultimately it came up looking good. The last thing I thought would be worth mentioning was the destruction chamber over here. The idea is that I don't really want like excess drops of certain things. So for example, you can see with sugar and spider eyes, they have a limited amount of boxes, and after these boxes are done, I am done with that specific item. These, on the other hand, are items I pretty much want infinitely of. So in this case, I've just put a double chest that splits the shulker boxes into each one of these, and that's pretty much the main idea of the witch farm. So I think it looks really good, and I'd love to hear what you guys think too. But anyway, I think it's time to get to the answer to why I have so many levels. As you've probably already guessed at this point, it's all come from the zombie piglin farm, and the reason why I've ended up with so many levels is because I had to AFK for a few days. See, what happened was I ended up AFKing for one day. I came back and realized that the system wasn't running properly. So I AFK'd one day and realized that I left this repeater out here, which was very important to the timings, which meant all the items were just getting stuck over here and ended up despawning after a while. So I AFK'd for like 9.5 hours for no reason. Well, I got like 350 levels out of it, but I don't really need the levels at this point. I needed the gold. And then I AFK'd another day, and all of these swords ended up piling up over here, and eventually there was so many swords piled up in one place, my game crashed. So that was 2 days of AFKing wasted on no gold. So today I ended up AFKing for about 13 or so hours, and I ended up going from level 500 to 743, and in that time I also accumulated all of these shulker boxes of gold nuggets. And there's some more in the system as well. Obviously they were stuck in the hopper behind, but we will eventually smelt those up, or sorry, we will eventually put them into the system and craft them into gold ingots. We also ended up getting 2 boxes of ingots as well, which is quite impressive, to be honest. I also realized I failed to mention that there was a new contraption in our gold farm. So I ended up adding one of the good old shulker crafters over here. It was a little bit expensive. To be fair, the gold was probably worth more than the redstone. But I thought it was definitely worthwhile. And that way we can convert all of these gold nuggets into gold ingots and then into gold blocks fairly easily without having to move them back and forth anywhere else. But you know, my friends, eventually what this all comes down to is the fact that I now should have enough gold to have the piglin farm running at full capacity. I should be able to get a nice amount of items from there and be able to start doing the rest of the stuff that I need to do. So for example, one of the things I've been waiting to do once I finally had enough gold to start trading again is to start converting out the nether hub and start making it a little bit more useful and looking how it should be. And unfortunately I haven't been able to do that because I do need a lot of blackstone. I'll probably need a lot of other items from the trading system too, so I want to maybe just wait until I've got all that going. But like I said, considering the amount of gold I've already got going into the system right now, as well as this little bit of store in the double chest over here, and we have enough gold in here. So considering I don't think I've showed you guys how the crafting system really works, I can't remember, I may have showed you this once, twice, or 3 times already. I don't really remember, so I'm just going to show you again. If anyone's new, you get to see how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and empty my entire inventory. Oh, didn't need to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and empty my entire inventory into this box here, because I won't be needing it for now. We're going to want all the space for the shulker boxes in our inventory. And then we're going to go ahead and put all of this into the system. That's now going to trickle into the back of the dispenser. And once I empty this entire box out, that will break and I can put all the items in here once they're crafted. So let's do a little fast forward, I guess. And just like that, we're done, and we have ended up with about 3.5 shulker boxes of gold ingots. But just to make this a little bit easier to transport, we're going to compress the ingots we got earlier back into gold blocks. From everything that we collected so far in terms of gold, we have ended up with quite a few gold blocks, I must admit. You know, there's actually a lot more in this episode that I want to show, but there's the unfortunate thing of timing. And if I start getting into the other project now, this episode is either going to end up being 30 or 40 minutes long, and I don't really want to do that. I'd like to keep this one a little bit shorter. I want to get the next episode out a little bit sooner than I have been doing with these episodes. So I'm going to save most of the other stuff for the next one. So if you ended up making it to the end of the video, thank you very much. It seems like you enjoyed it, I guess. Either that or you skipped to the end. Either way. Hey, how you doing? Please make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.